I hope everyone's doing fabulous today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are finally going to enter the 4th level of the mine because that's delightful. So yes, we're very excited to actually get that done today. We've been trying to get down there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we finally did it. We did
Hello.
it. Yay.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, why don't we start with each person go ahead and tell me what happened last time according to your character. What did you feel? What did you see? What happened last week because of in the escape from non-Ked?
Okay, so let me start since I'm the first one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as Gruna, it felt a little bit like a deja vu, not a one I was planning to have or one I enjoy to have. But it did trigger a lot of memories I thought they were buried that I guess coming back wasn't really helpful. But well, it was not for a long time, and fortunately enough, even though we were almost killed by a swarm of insectoid creatures with mind power manipulations and things like that, in the end, I guess was fine. And well, now I'm doing good, and I just want to get this over with.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right, who's next?
I guess I'll go next. It was a dark day indeed.
I forgot.
Kyle said, "Not on my watch, not on my watch, not this voice."
Did he just ditch us? Dang
He
it!
died.
No, it's you.
Oh no!
It was you.
He was like, no, I can't.
I thought it
handle
was gonna
that.
be great.
He's like,
I got
It
the
was
hat and
great, but it
everything.
was too much to handle.
see what
It
you know.
was,
Hold on.
you know,
I'll do this for right
sometimes.
Kind of.
Sometimes I'm just too sexy for my own good. I guess I'll just tell my side of the story then without the voice. It's that much. So yeah, we just teleported from the amazing world of plane of love with Soon, and we had met with the rest of the Reapers. But when we went outside, we realized we were in Non-Cat, and that's awful because it's swamp, and not really that tall. So knee deep is kind of like up to my eyes for swamp, and then we were on this. We found Corton, of all people, in this swamp, being chased by a bunch of crazy bug people. We hopped in his cart, ran away, fought very valiantly. I had a fling with one of the bug people. I lost my hat, which was tragic. We found Gorf's brother, who is taller than him, and
a little bit more handsome too.
Yeah, a little bit more handsome. He's like, maybe he works out more. I don't know.
Probably, yeah, because he's stronger too.
Probably, he looks more buff. But we did that. We finally managed to get to the edge of Non-Cat and met some awesome Loxodon. They were cool. They liked my jokes. That was fun. We teleported back to home where we had actual houses, fell asleep for the night, and then woke up, and now we're in the next day where we're getting ready to go into the mine.
We almost got killed by a dragon, by the way.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Almost forgot about that.
He seems nice. We'll have to see him again.
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
Okay, right?
I mean, there are two bards in this group. You don't have to say it twice.
If you want it done, it'll happen. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Especially
Corny
considering
ass parts.
what?
It's not our fault. We're just that good looking. Okay.
No, that's important.
Very
Yeah,
important.
yeah. All right. What about you? What about Gorf?
Yeah, Gorf was really happy to see his brother Goru. I think the thing he's probably most excited about is that he doesn't have to babysit all the squishies in his party anymore. And he can
They
just
never
leave that to
babysit
Goru.
us.
Oh no, he
Literally
totally did.
never.
He could just
He literally
completely
never
unleash.
babysitted us. Mhm.
But no, it's really good for him to see his brother. He's really excited to go and fight with him down in the mines. Feels like way more confident and like way less like, I guess, nervous because he kind of apprehensive because he doesn't want his party members to die. But now that Gory's here, he's like, yeah, just go in and just fuck shit up. So
Mm-hmm.
Before, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. So Goro, I guess.
Yeah. Corton pulled me out of a really sticky situation. Last thing I remember is getting just swarmed and attacked, in which I don't remember anything after that. And I woke up, after was what was recalled to me a pretty harrowing escape from Nanket. And I woke up to see my brother Gorf, and I was just stunned and surprised and really happy. It had been a long time, and we had a beautiful heart-to-heart over some drinks in the tavern, catching up, and excited to take a break from some of the diplomatic missions that I've been on. It's something I do, not really my thing. So Gore was really excited to get to be a shield mate to a party, and especially a shield mate to his brother Gorf. He feels just most comfortable, most excited when he's getting to do that. Feels like he's in his element. So doesn't know entirely what's going on in the situation in the mine, but he's like, I don't care. I'm just going to go, protect and hang out with some, people and fight some stuff. So he's doing really really good right now, and excited to be part of a party and not just talk to a bunch of politicians and make some treaties and stuff.
Yeah, let's go hang out in a mine. It's full of
Let's do it.
Let's hang out, guys.
Yes. Families who almost die together stay together. That's what it is.
Yep.
Facts.
That's what my
That's
mom always
right.
said.
Yep.
I love it. Who haven't we heard from yet?
Deal
Fuel.
and fuel.
I guess it's just Dill. Oh, and a Thule. And a Thule always
You
sort
just
of.
Wow.
completely
Wow.
forget about
That
a
is
fool
so
like
much
that.
time.
We're like
Jeez.
we're like Dylan and
So
Tool, and he's
messed
like,
up.
okay, just Dill.
Nope.
Such a dick.
Rude.
That's all I have to do is be muted.
Oh man.
Yes, last time was quite exciting. We ended up in the middle of a chase. Very nerve-wracking for Dill, who's new to having nerves. We met Gorf's brother, which was very cool, meeting him. The big thing for Dill was discovering that he can suddenly feel pain, which is both a big step towards humanity and very painful.
Wow.
He also lost one of the few boons he has left from the ferryman to this red dragon, which was quite upsetting for him. But yeah, he's excited to see what's going on in the rest of the mine.
Hey, we still have Paris.
Yeah, we'll always have
Yay,
parents.
and what about a Thule? Or we can just skip a Thule. I'm kidding.
man
A
speak.
Thule I would love to hear. what you have to say about what your
Yeah.
experience was.
Well, it was very interesting meeting Gorf's brother. So far, he seems of equal quality to Gorf, so hopefully things will go significantly more smoothly in the future. Sometime we're going to have to actually sit down and have a proper drink.
Mm.
In the meantime, I need to ask Gorf about some sparring. I need to start working on my martial prowess a little bit more. But in the meantime, let's kill some shit.
You should probably ask
Heck
Gorf
yeah.
for that. I don't think Gorf is gonna be helpful.
Right.
Oh, you guys are mean. You guys are real mean.
What do you mean? I was just being helpful to the group. You know.
Well, if we only say that because we love you, that's the true mark of character is how you deal with it. That's
Well, you
that's all
know
I
a
have to say
lot
about
about
that.
love, Felix. You've been literally kissed by a goddess. Well,
All right, let's just say it's you and Gorf in a small room with nothing but your bare fists. Who's gonna win?
I want to watch that.
Well, technically, they both have bare fists, but it's
You know, Felix, you should shut up sometimes, but that was a good one.
Thul just puts his hand down for a high five.
I give him one. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I guess a sense of humor is not yet there, but well, you got pain. Sense of humor is gonna be next. Don't worry, Dale.
We'll figure it out.
We should probably go in.
Yep.
I suppose.
Yes. So, so just so everyone in the audience knows, we are having a few technical difficulties today, so please bear with us.
Fair.
But we will have some fabulous role play today and all kinds of fun stuff. So, sadly, I do not have a map for you at this very second, which is all very sad. Unless you guys want to role play what's going on with the dragon, because I think the map finally loaded, so I might actually be able
Didn't he
to
fly
make
away?
this happen.
No,
Yeah,
he teleported away.
He said,
Yeah, the
"Bye."
dragon's gone.
He planar shifted with Dill's necklace.
Well, we were waiting for Dill's pet, someone to come back so we can have a scene while that happens if you want.
He gone. Also, the issue I have with my power is still going on. However, I have a giant extension cord that extends to another room, so that if power goes out in my room, my stream will still go on, but my light will turn off. So I'll probably go up and set the breaker. So we're in a new house. So
this can be a Halloween show then.
I'm just waiting for that to happen,
I'll
like
just do
in
it
a
in the
really
Welcome to Colorado,
intense
buddy.
moment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Anywho,
So I guess
Right, so the dragon has just grabbed the planar necklace, and you have helped him escape from his subservience to these terrible people. So now what happens?
Has the dragon left?
it's gone.
mhm. If I recall
All right.
correctly, we send it Deal's familiar to take a look inside the last level.
Yeah, we did.
All right. I'm assuming we hit the heroes feast again on the way back down. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, of
We did.
course. Did we?
we did.
Yeah. What's our health and all that? Because I'm sure somebody gave temp and somebody did
Was
increase.
17 plus 11 temporary.
Yeah.
So 17 from
27.
11.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're all extra beefy.
So- Kyle, if you're here, do you remember what Deal's familiar saw on the last level? Well, the first level.
Was
I don't know if it's the last.
a pit fiend holding court? Like
Yeah, I think there was like a quartz.
something.
Thought it was a city.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
Yeah,
city.
Yeah, there was a city, and in the city there was a quartz.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
That's
Well,
good.
It
then-
is. If this will just load. If this will just load.
Okay, we can make some
Then
time. So while
you
Mhm.
will actually have the map.
Oh, that's what I was doing. Hold on. How long does Bardic Inspiration last? Can I give it like way before we do anything?
I think it's an hour.
Yeah, it
An
might be something like that.
Oh, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
never mind.
You should
Yeah.
keep it.
Hold on. to
So
that.
while the map charges,
You
Kurina
should-
will go to Koru, like while we're waiting for the until Spet to come back. And so we're gonna be here for a while. Do you have any embarrassing stories about your brother?
Oh, yes.
no,
I'd love to
Oh,
hear about
let's
that.
not do that.
Oh yes,
I-
yes.
I
As
cast
I look at you
silence
like with
on
a smirk on
Gorf,
my
which
face,
I
like,
don't.
Oh god. Oh, that's not. No.
Yes, let's hear all about
Any
it.
of
that's
interest,
Let's
super
see here.
wrong. That's super wrong.
is there like any bear mating ritual that went wrong? Maybe I don't know. What do you do?
Oh, I don't know if I can get that embarrassing
Yeah,
for
that-
Gorf.
yeah.
I mean,
It would be really embarrassing.
What the
Yeah.
hell, guys?
I mean, I will say his sex life is hilarious, but
Oh, I'm sure.
Is
you
it?
know,
And I look at Gorf like I
No,
wasn't
it's
admitting-
perfectly normal. I don't know why you would ever say that.
Athul just looks back and forth like, what does his gender have to do with anything?
Yeah, spill the beans. I want to hear more about
No.
Gorf.
Did you have any girlfriends, Gorf?
Not right now.
But
No dames waiting for you
Hi.
back home?
How many did you have when we were growing up, Gorf?
A few. A normal number.
Any in
normal
particular come
number.
to name?
Yeah. And how long did those relationships last, Gorf?
Last.
Some of them not too long, but there was at least one.
Oh,
What was her
was
name? Like Lena?
It is like you didn't think
Something like
about
that,
that.
I don't remember now.
You better suffer now. Impro.
You screwed that one up real good.
Wasn't
I can
my
imagine.
fault.
Why is that? Was she a crazy woman?
Why-
Like
why
every time
not?
you tried with.
I'm having a hard time being put on the spot like this.
I mean, I can tell you about my
There's
my
a lot
life.
of
I'm married.
reasons. I mean,
Hygiene was one of them. I mean, you
alright,
can get some.
okay, basically, like, we got together because we fought in the same band, and I was really attracted to her because she could fight really well, but then in a relationship, she was crazy, so...
So you like to get stepped, huh? Stepped on. You like when they can kick your ass.
I mean, kind of, but
I
it's
mean,
hard to
I
find
don't
those
judge.
kind of women, you
gosh.
know?
Well,
I'm not judging, Gorf, but I mean,
How
I'm
did
not
how
so
did this
humble to admit it.
conversation and how did this conversation go so off the rails
I mean,
so fast?
I like strong women. Super.
Good lord.
What do you mean off the rails?
Good
Well,
This is completely
Yeah.
on rails, okay? You don't know how
This
much
is what
on
people
rails.
want to see.
This is what they want. Give the people what they want, Kyle.
Wow.
I mean, it's like,
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
truth or dare. I mean,
Right.
we're still waiting for the crow to come back, so we better make some time. And we discovered some
Oh.
interesting things about the Gorf that I wouldn't have
As-
thought I would like, actually.
Oh my god.
yeah. As I remember, this last
Oh
relationship
my god.
ended in a pretty spectacular fashion. As Gorf and I like to do, we were many rounds deep at a tavern with this. She was a wonderful woman on the battlefield and just crazy in all other aspects. And Gorf
always
sometimes has a
crazy.
habit of lingering eyes on certain feminine figures. And
Yeah?
she was a couple rounds deep. Well, we were
like me.
pretty gone, but it's not too bad a habit.
How
Gorf,
do you
don't
remember
beat yourself up
this?
over it,
Not me.
because I'm not as much of a drinker as you are.
Ooh, damn it.
But
And
the way-
suddenly the Raven comes back and gives you
Yeah.
a report. about what we see downstairs. And as you enter the fourth level of the mine, you see
Nothing.
a giant. God damn it! Is it black?
Yeah.
Wow,
You see, nothing.
There's no lights down here.
incredible.
All right. Now,
The light of my mace.
can you see anything?
Nope.
No, because I guess we
Nope.
don't have the tokens. Should we move
Refresh.
the tokens?
Oh yeah, we probably need to place.
Yeah, try refreshing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I see too much. I think Okay, I'm with. I can see now. I'm with
No,
Blue
No,
Knight.
you should see the entire
Entire
stage.
thing. Okay, then it's
Still
fine.
nothing. Still nothing.
Yeah, I can see. I can see. I mean, like in a staircase
Nothing for me.
that leads
Nothing
to
for me
like
either.
I
different
can't
circles
see.
in the ground. You have to drag your tokens, guys.
Oh, do we?
Of course. Yes.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I put my token off the map.
Yep.
That's cool.
On
That's
brand
okay.
though.
So this is just to give you a sense of what the fourth level looks like. So as
Fucking
you enter the
huge.
fourth level of the mine, you realize that it's So as you enter the fourth level of the mine, you realize that this is unlike any of the other levels. The ceilings are at least 300 feet high and densely packed with the light-giving crystals that adorn the rest of the mine. The geometry of this mine is perfect. 9 sections are each carved out at eye-pleasing right angles to each other, and between each section you witness rivers of molten magma roiling and surging through the canals. The heat makes sweat pop out onto your forehead as the gentle scent of scorched rock seems to permeate the atmosphere. And you see, right now, the haze in the air only allows you to see the things that are sort of right around you. But in the section that you are currently in, which is the entrance, you see the stairs leading down from this temple complex to this underground city serpentine their way to the floor. From the top of the grand stairwell, you can see all the way across the city. You see gardens and colonnaded towers. You see homes and factories. You see thrones and schools. And you see at the far end of the city a sight that forces your breath to catch in your throat. Standing on the stage made of splendid gemstones is a horrific pit fiend.
This is kind of like an
That is
overworld
currently
map.
Yes. And each of the sections will have its own little map when you
Gotcha,
get
I
there.
figured. Okay.
Ooh.
It's like the lobby. Nice.
I can't see it anyways.
You're on the
I
board.
can't get it to load either.
But there is.
You have to
Did you
drag
put your
token.
tokens out?
I don't
Yep.
see Goru.
That's because he hates us.
That's true.
Can you see now,
probably.
Phil?
Nice, there it is.
So there is, but you do see a giant pit fiend at the other end of the city on a giant stage made of pure gemstones. And you realize now that the entire city has been taken over by all the worst inhabitants of the 9 hells. It looks like Glacia has been busy destroying her chaotic foes.
Hmm.
So,
Can we go back and I look at the stairs?
also in the entrance. That's right. Yes, everyone wants to go back now.
I feel like
There's,
Cortog can solo this, so we'll just
As
get
you,
him.
Yeah, exactly.
my God, it's fine. He's got him and his friends.
Yeah, just get
There's,
3 of them.
So, in this entrance, though, in this entrance area, yeah, it's fine. In the entrance, you see 5 what looks like 5 carvings on the ground, different colors, different shapes. Each one looks like It's been carved into the stone and then filled with liquid gemstones. It sparkles. Each of them sort of sparkle in the light, but only one seems to sparkle enough to actually be active. And as you look out over the city, you realize that there are devils everywhere. There are imps and spine devils flying around. There are bearded devils and different kinds of devils that seem to be made of bone or have all kinds of chains on them. Horrific things that just are stalking everywhere, all over the city. You cannot possibly take on all of them. So you're going to have to figure out a way to do something. And at that moment, at the top of the stairs, suddenly Tara just appears. And she says, "Get down! Get down, all of you! What's wrong with you?" And as
I
you
immediately
all
hide.
sort of
Hit the
settle
dirt.
down into a crouch, she whispers to you, You what?
I said we hit the.
I don't know.
Dwarf hits the dirt.
Yeah,
Every-
we hide.
Fabulous.
He's
And
dying.
she whispers to all of you, I've been doing a little
Oh,
I've been doing a little reconnaissance. I have found a few things that might help us clear out some of these terrible, terrible fiends. In each of these larger things, I think one of them is called the Halls of Stealth, one of them is called the Halls of Might, and one of them is called the Halls of Magic. In each one, I'm not sure where or how to activate them, but I've found indications that there's some sort of defenses that can be set up in each one of them. You've got to go get these defenses pulled together, or else there's no way we're going to be able to defeat them. And with that, she disappears again, and you hear a little whisper, I'm going to go find out whatever I can about what's going on. I'll see you soon. And with a sort of whoosh, you feel an air.
And she's gone.
And sadly, she has disappeared. So yes, now let us see. What's going to happen now?
So we're not
Okay,
allowed
guys.
to fight.
well, I mean, you're allowed if you want to die.
Well, I prefer not to. So
In that case, we
guess
should
we're
keep it
not
quiet.
allowed.
So it seems like the different halls are related to different, how to say it,
Feats?
feats
Abilities.
a hero can have. Stealth, might, magic. So we should probably be prepared for those in specific. For example, for the stealth, I don't know if Dwarf should come.
Hey,
Well,
What?
my stealth's not that bad. It's better than yours.
That's
Is it?
actually true.
It actually technically is.
Yeah, because I have a -1 in dexterity.
oof.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
but at least I can change my shape. Can change my appearance. But I don't know if I can change my odor for these devils. I don't know if they have good smell sense. I don't know.
Well,
And just FYI, this map is not to scale. So
Right.
you are all much smaller than
Yeah, I can
indicated on the
I
map.
think it was like
imagine.
an overmap kind of thing.
hmm.
Yeah, it's more like a hall or lobby type of map, like a video game, which I love.
How are we going to sneak around when we don't even know where or what even we're looking for?
Well,
This-
That is true, but we cannot know what it's the defense mechanism if we don't go there, I guess.
would have been helpful if she told us which hall is which. She only gave us 3 of them, and we don't really know where to start. I mean, there's this one liquid crystal area that seems like we can activate it, but what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna use investigation for that area and see if I can find anything about it. May I?
Sure. So it's right over here. It's the orange one.
Oh,
It
okay.
looks like it has all the globes in it.
Yep.
So
Sure.
yes, you can roll me a delightful. Actually, you don't need to investigate it because it is there, and you see that it is there.
Okay.
What you can roll me though is an Arcana check.
Okay, I will use guidance because I was going there knowing that I wanted to investigate that. May I do it?
Ow.
Yes,
Oh,
you may.
I'll aid you as well. So take advantage.
15. Okay. Can he aid me in Arcana?
Fabulous. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am proficient indeed, yeah.
I'm asking Dill.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, let me check.
And guidance was 1 before.
No, I'm not.
Okay, then you cannot assist her.
Well, then it's 17.
All right, so a 17. You recognize this as a portal. And as you pour just a tiny little bit of your magical, like your magic essence into it, it starts sort of glowing a little bit. And you notice that just across the lava field, across the bridge, this one begins to glow too. It looks like they are linked specifically to each other.
Okay, well, we know how to move around, I guess.
Yes, that's the way we should go.
So, who wanna go first? I know that normally you say that ladies go first, but I can pass on that one.
Seems a little dangerous to use a portal in which we're not quite clear on whether there might be watched or monitored or even enemies guarding it.
I can send
Seems
my
a little
raven.
foolhardy.
Actually, send a raven before us and see the situation.
My raven is just going to walk up to the portal thing.
Hey, Taza, thanks for the bits.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Going off again.
Look at you.
Taza always
Did
so
Taza-
generous. So
Taza took the top spot.
dropping it.
That's right, Taza. You win. You win.
He's just always making it rain every time. You know, I can't compete.
That's right. You know what, Taza? For that one, you can, in fact, force any of the characters to get a crit fail or a crit success
Please.
at any point.
Please.
I wonder
He's
what they're
gonna
gonna
mess me up
do.
so bad.
Oh
That's,
my.
As a please.
Dang.
Taza, I
The
don't know
evil
you. But
laugh.
Yay!
Oh, I hate it. No.
Not even
Yep.
Sul is gonna save you from
Yep.
that.
Taza, buddy, hey, come
He's
on.
gonna
Comrade.
It's all
ruin,
the extra nice to Taza.
ruin your life.
Yeah. Hey there, bud. We're friends, right? You know?
Besties.
All right. So now, what are you gonna do?
We send the crew to take a look around before us into the portal.
The raven is going
is a
to try to
portal,
use
right?
the
Yeah.
portal.
Okay, so the raven just appears. He steps into the portal and sort of walks around a little bit. Nothing really happens, and then you hear it go, "Caw," and suddenly it's transported over to the other circle.
That's the crow.
I'm looking through its eyes. Is anything happening to it? Nothing is like
Enough.
swooping down.
Nope. Everything's fine. As you are looking through its eyes, what you see on closer on the other is a huge square foundation, easily 30 feet high, rises from a plain stone platform amid the canals of lava. Wide, solid stone steps lead you to the top of the platform. Set astride the stone base is a dome that rises another 50 feet at least, carved from iron that has long since coated itself in rust. You see devils congregating under the dome, studying something in the center of the floor and arguing about what it must be.
Is there any like sign that says what feat this might pertain to?
The crow does not understand language well enough to understand what that
Well,
would be.
I'm looking through its eyes, so what I'm seeing.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. Are you in fact guiding its sight?
Yeah, I can use
Or
my
you
action
just
to look
along for the
through its
ride?
eyes.
So
Yeah,
what I'm asking though is, can you tell it where to actually look, or is it going to be whatever the crow finds interesting first?
Depends on how far away it is.
Okay, well it's
Quite far.
probably about the canals are about 100 feet wide. No, they're not. They're 50 feet wide. I'm lying to you. I just like lying to you guys.
liar!
Super fun.
This bird's really been messing with you these past few.
Yeah. Just it's full. It's pissed off that it's not undead anymore. It feels pain too now.
I feel
Oh,
big.
It's not into it.
A little bit.
I'm just gonna
Um,
have it walk back through the portal, and I'll say, it appears that the portals are safe to use, but there were a few devils in the building on the other side. I think we might be safe walking through the portal, but we better keep each other safe.
Are we going in stealthy?
Yes.
I think that's the best option.
God, do you still have my talisman? Or was Goro? I think I gave it to Goro. Do you still have my talisman? Do you remember when I used my teeth, my tooth to do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. As
Yeah.
we can communicate through that if we are far away. So you can stay. Are you good at sneaking around, Goro?
Question, Kyle. Does Gorf know enough about like the distance between these areas to think that if we got into skirmish, they couldn't communicate? Are we far enough away where if we skirmished with these, like in this building, would it be too loud for people in like across the canals to hear?
So there is a sort of so the lava and the magma in the canals is in fact moving. It is flowing to various places.
Yeah.
So that creates some sound. So it's sort of like a white noise. So in between the various canals, it's difficult to hear things if it gets loud enough.
Sure.
Or if they are able to use telepathy at a certain range,
that makes
then
sense.
they could. But no, on each individual island, probably
A normal
the
skirmish
sound
wouldn't
of the
probably...
magma.
Okay.
But don't forget that they might also see you. So it depends.
I was more
how you want to
wondering
approach.
about the sound.
Can I do then either a perception?
You were wondering about how you could fucking fight somebody.
Well, if we
what you
if
were
we
wondering
needed to,
about.
that was yes, I would like to fight
Gorf's
someone.
answer to everything.
Kyle, can I do either perception or insight to see if the other devils are actually seeing us from here?
So you are far enough away that you wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay.
You're currently probably about, what would that, like 400 feet away from them. So
well, if we can see them, hopefully they don't have that much of a good sight.
This whole area is everything's like well lit, right?
everything is well lit. And there is one of the things that you noticed in the crystals in the other areas of the mine too is they do have a day-night cycle.
We're on the day cycle right now.
Yeah, because it's
Gr-
morning and you guys just
Yeah.
got in there.
Because my mace, there's a bright light. I was wondering if I needed to cover it up. If it's brighter than the regular light.
Well, it's if it's a bright light, it would definitely be like people would be able to see that is a source, because what the crystals do is they create a really nice, gentle ambient light.
Gotcha.
You can cover it with a
it's
cape or
like
something.
it's sort of like a bright sunset all the time, right?
Put your
It's
shirt on it.
lovely. And
Bright
calming.
light for 20 feet.
You can cover it with
Yeah,
with a
as
rope.
long as you don't, you it probably shouldn't see anything. But if they're super perceptive, they'll be able to see that there's a different light source from a distance.
All right. Cool.
So even I was gonna tell Gorth, saying that shines, cover it with a cape or something. I don't want them to see that we have like a literal light telling where we are.
Yeah, Gorf, pull it together.
Can I borrow the bag of holding, Athul, and put my mace in it?
That's another option.
Unless you need something from it if we get into a fight.
I mean, it's not gonna be easy for you. You have a cape, so you don't need to take it out of the bag of holding, Gorth.
I think maybe it's an action, but
Oh yeah, but you have to go to fuel and then.
if I hold the bag of holding, it would.
Gorf, I have some extra priest robes if you would like to cover it with that.
that'll work.
I have no problem with that.
All right.
Perfect.
Also, out of game,
priest
is there
up my mace.
are there 3 Athuls on the map?
Yes.
You see, I put myself on the map multiple times, but I still can't see anything.
Oh,
Okay,
There are
well,
3 Athul
that is unfortunate.
everywhere.
We will guide you.
right. Oh, he's in the lava. Oh no.
Oh,
He's
No!
you guys lost.
Can we make it
We
feel
lost
blind
one
already? I
already.
mean, you already can't see the map, so we might as well make you blind.
mm.
Should we make a decision and go forward? I'm not very stealthy at all, given my armor and my rather large shield, but I can stay back, and if needed to, I can misstep a little bit. Gives me some movement advantage, but other than that, this is not an ideal situation for me at all.
Then
No, it's not.
But I think we should attempt stealth. But if we get spotted, we should take whoever sees us out quickly and quietly, as much as we can. Just try to
Agreed.
move on, because we have to take this building. I don't think we could sneak through the whole thing without having some kind of skirmishes, but keep them limited and keep them quick. Try to take them out as fast as possible.
okay,
I
we
agree.
can do that. I mean, Gorf, you can go first since you are not as bad at the stealth as I anticipated. Then I can go next to you to help you. Go in the back so you can cover our backs with
Got
Felix so he can aid you, and
Do we have
both
anyone
Dylan.
that can cast invisibility yet?
I think we have 2 people, me and Dill.
Do we up?
I can
do
do
we-
so, but it would take a lot of my magical
I can
powers
also
for
do
the
it.
day.
So we have
Yeah,
3
let's
people.
wait
who
for
cast
invisibility until we actually see situation.
That's
I
that's a
think
good point.
saving it for the trial of stealth would be helpful.
Let's go with-
Why doesn't everybody give me a stealth check?
Yay!
Alright.
Ooh.
I will use guidance on myself since I know that otherwise that will be
Right.
I'll toss invisibility on myself as well.
okay. Lucky boy. Okay, 18 actually. Phew.
Gruna,
Eat
did you
that,
get a
Thor.
Oh no. Oh my god. All right.
Well, fairly
So yeah,
Jesus.
Everyone rolled pretty
not
well.
too bad. Yeah, Gorf is the lumbering oaf at this point.
decent. Hey,
Not that bad, but
So are you guys going to jump into the teleporter?
yes.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Felix is gonna plug his
All
nose
right.
while he goes in. Because it's a liquid
As
crystal
it-
type thing.
Gorf is gonna make a caw sound, when he steps in the portal? Because that's what the Raven did.
I'm gonna need you to make that sound for me, please.
And does Gorf immediately
And
teleport
the-
to reinforce
He
his
does.
belief? Okay, cool. Now
Yeah,
Gorf is gonna
so he
caw every
does.
time.
Okay, good.
Oh, thank
All
God
right.
for advantage
So-
with invisibility.
What is everyone else going to do as they get on?
Teleport,
If I
go!
And you teleport.
Boom.
I mean,
Open sesame.
And you teleport. It looks
I
like
hope
all you
so.
need to do is make some sort of sound, and the teleport will activate.
sleepy property. This portal is not my property.
Thule just blows raspberries and gets teleported.
He sure
My-
does.
My
Gore just
raven
shakes his-
can my raven can mimic sound, so instead of going caw, it's just going to make the sound of Gorf going caw.
Ah. It's like, ah.
Because
Gaw.
your raven is a bitch. your raven likes to throw shade, apparently. So
That's amazing.
She
What
could be
else is
really-
all
new?
right. So, as you get over there, everyone that reads Dwarven, please give me a perception check.
Oh boy, that means me.
Did work.
Ooh.
Do you read Gorvin Gorun? I know you know some. You know way more languages than Gorf does.
I do not know Dwarvish.
Oh dear.
Oh,
All
dear.
right. Well, Dill, as you are looking around, what you see, Athul, you sort of miss it. You're sort of like concentrating on like the stairs right in front of you, figuring out if the devils can see you or whatever. And Dill, you look, and on the side of these stairs, you see a little sign that has two arrows. One of the arrows is pointing up the stairs, and it says that is the student entrance to the trials. And then there is one that is pointing right next to the sign that says this is the teacher's entrance to the trials.
I share that with the group.
What does that? I mean,
Trial.
I guess if
It
it was
doesn't
a
say what
for-
type of trials.
Ooh, well, hey, guess what? Gorf, the next time you use an attack to try to defend your brother from something, you get advantage from
Yay,
Chasing
thank you,
Dreams.
Chasing Dreams. He just
Oh,
Big
that's
eyes.
amazing.
alley-oops me as he
Oh.
leaves for work.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy.
That's
Does it
awesome.
look like I can grab my token on roll 20?
Oh, do you not have access to it? Let's see. Goro, you
don't
should
think so.
have it.
I don't even see your
You-
token.
Are you
Yeah,
in the,
you should.
I don't either.
character in the characters, Goru? Like there's
Here.
chat and then there's
I'll put it down. There's your guy. See if you can grab him.
There we go. Thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, so what are you going to do with this new information?
I mean, I guess it was like a type of a school or if there are trials, maybe they were being teach how to be either stealthy, mighty, or magical, I guess, for the information we have.
I would assume this place has to do with some sort of knowledge, maybe magic. It looked like a library or something, right?
So from what you see, it is there. All you can see right now is just that there's like a 30-foot high stone platform, and on top of it is a giant dome. From what you can see, you can't see a whole lot of the interior of the dome, but from what you can see, there's like a big hole at the top of the dome, and there's not a whole lot in there. It looks like a pretty empty space. You see sort of like maybe some benches around the outside of the dome, things like that. And then there's like sort of poles of different heights around that seem to have like notches in them, things like that.
Didn't Corton say something about one of the triggers being in a training ground or academy or something of that sort?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Look at you remembering things. Isn't that fancy?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go through the students one. I guess that. Well, I actually don't know.
Well, if it's anything like the Bard's College, we should probably go through the teachers. It's always an easier route, typically.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
And never had the opportunity to go to any place like that, so if you say so.
All right. Well, if you guys are going to be doing that, then I'm going to need some investigation checks. And
Did you say investigation?
I did. And Ithul,
Gorf will
you
help
may
somebody.
have or Dill, you may have advantage because you read the sign.
You can read.
Okay, and so Felix, why don't you tell me how you fucked up your investigation so badly?
What you see here, guys, is that in my time at the Bard's College, I know a thing or two about teachers and students, and what we really need to do is we need to actually split up, so that way half of us are teaching the students, and when we go through, then we meet up at the end, and then we get a bigger prize, is what it is.
You serious?
That's
No,
dumb-
yeah, definitely.
That's the dumbest
happens
thing
every
I've
time.
ever heard. I'll tell you exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
You should
Also selling that,
probably.
imagine.
So, according to Felix, you need to split the party immediately. That's how bad his investigation check was.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
but
that's not enough.
Gorf. Well, so Gorf got a 14. Dill, you got a
I
21.
accidentally hit intimidation, but then I rolled investigation.
Oh, so you
and
got
I
a
crit.
natural
investigate. Sorry, they both start with I, so I was just
Yeah. No,
like,
yeah.
Same.
all right. So Gorf, you as you are sort of looking around, you turn to make some sort of snarky comment to Gruna, and you suddenly fall down. You trip on your own pants, or lack thereof, just your own fur, your own feet, something. You just fall down, and as you are scrabbling against the wall to try to keep your balance, you actually trigger the doorway, which was supposed to be a secret lock, and the door just pops open, and you fall into it. So now, do you all follow him into the realm of the teachers?
See,
Wow,
just
good
like I
investigating,
thought.
Gorf.
It's
Exactly as
my
I planned.
secret method of finding secret entrances.
Yes, that
I'm
was
impressed.
very impressive.
It's
Yeah, let's go in.
it's proprietary. You can't steal
Typical
it.
Gorf getting us where we need to go without even meaning to.
Do we
Yeah.
move our tokens
You
again,
didn't mean
Kyle?
to do that, Gorf?
I think I put your tokens on already. Can you see them?
Yes.
I can
Right in front of the dome.
Okay, one
Nope.
second. Let me
I'll move it.
refresh.
Can you guys
Did I put
move
it
your
right in
token?
front of the door? I don't know. I put my token out, but
No,
I'm in a
I
weird
can see.
spot.
Maybe it's because you don't have my token, because I thought we have like different ones. Okay, I'm gonna put my token like in the center, like
We're at the
But-
bottom
no,
left.
no,
At
no,
bottom.
bottom left.
bottom
Bottom
left. Okay, bottom
Yes.
left.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, let me get rid
Yeah,
of
it's a different
that.
token now. Yeah.
Okay. Because does everybody else have control of their tokens?
I do not. I put mine in kind of the center, bottom, and I can see a portion, but I don't think I'm in the right place.
Wait,
Because
where?
we're in the middle of the wall.
You gotta be at the bottom left, buddy.
Got it.
Oh.
Oh. Right.
But
bad.
Now can
Honey.
you see it?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Can everybody activate their tokens?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And what can you see right now? Let me see on the Twitch stream if I can
And
see what's
after
going
all,
on.
I can see our wall.
We cannot see as much as Gorf can. We can see a corner.
Yeah.
Cheater.
Gorf, why do you
It
always
was an
ruin
accident.
my life,
It was an
Gorf?
It's
accident.
because of the
It's
natural
always-
20.
It's
Well,
always
you did literally
I
literally
stumbled
fall
into it.
into
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
it was an accident indeed. Yeah.
All right, so you as you stumble into it, you find that you are in hallway. So you may enter the hallway as you see fit. Is anyone going to enter?
Yeah,
Well, of course.
I mean,
I mean,
should
your eyes are open, I
do
guess.
we need
So
to stealth again?
You can.
Ooh.
Okay.
let's
No,
just
I
start.
mean you can still use your same.
Oh,
you can
okay,
still use
yes.
your same
Okay.
rolls.
Yeah.
Phew,
that-
okay,
that-
I have a 17 then.
We're gonna
About
creep.
to say.
Do the creep. Just go
You go
here.
first, Girth. I will
Just
follow you. Okay.
peek. Like, clear.
All right.
All
All right.
Standing
So
in the same
as
spot.
Please not be
you
on top of me, guys. I know I'm
Me,
dealing
Dylan,
Alright.
and are just stacked on top of each other, like you
Yeah,
see in
we're
cartoons.
all just
That-
bouncing into each other.
that's right.
like, guys.
So-
Hey,
Yeah, God, stop it, guys! Oh my
damn it!
gosh!
Ah, my foot.
They're just all
Stop my
like
tail.
It's
standing
like
on
you
Gore's
Scooby-Doo
shoulders.
with the heads.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So as you enter, the door closes silently behind you. The interior of the space is lit by the same crystals that provide illumination everywhere else in the mines. And as you move forward, you see a strange sort of section of the wall that looks like black glass right over here. What are you going to do?
That's weird.
What are you going to do?
Dwarf is gonna go up here.
Someone
and
should
just
touch it.
Check this corner here.
Should we approach, guys?
He's just gonna check this immediate area. He's gonna go over here. Just check to make sure that's clear. Then just check this corner. Okay, and then then he's gonna go back. Like, okay, it's cleared just a little bit up the ways. We're not gonna get
Let me
surprised.
take a look at the crystal.
All right.
I'm gonna make investigation
Gorf is
with
gonna
guidance.
wait right here and make sure that no
All
one
right.
comes along this hallway.
I'm gonna
Sure.
wait by this door.
I
So,
want to inspect this black glass thing.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And Dill, you do speak Dwarvish, right?
I can read the Dwarvish.
Okay. So as you inspect this black glass, it's super smooth and perfectly black. It doesn't. The weird thing is, it doesn't actually really reflect. It looks more like obsidian or something like that. So you see a little bit of your reflection in it, but it's not like a mirror. And then you see that there are 4 levers that each have labels above them. And in Dwarvish, lever 1 says activate, lever 2 says deactivate, lever 3 says end trial, and lever 4 says scorch.
Scorch?
Scorch.
Like flaming hot. Just like I.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull Scorch. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna share with the group what they say.
I'm gonna
Okay.
pull Scorch. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God. If you
That's-
joke about that one more time, I'm gonna make you pull it.
You bitches.
Am I
Okay.
tall enough to reach any of them? That's, I mean,
That-
they
those
were
are the-
made for
Those are the
dwarves.
real questions.
they were made by
for
dwarves.
So you're not quite tall enough, but like if you
Yeah.
jump a little bit, you'll be able to reach it.
Okay.
You need a chair, buddy?
I mean, do you have one on
Rude.
hand? I don't really see one on you.
Bird bugs.
You're rude. You're rude.
You're also really short.
Carrying
too,
around.
man.
Yeah.
I'm not short. I'm tall. I'm just skinny.
Guys, are we really
Well, did-
bickering right here? I mean, not really the time.
Okay.
What,
All right.
what do you
Let's-
think they mean by trials?
I don't know. We went to the teacher's entrance though, so let's try activating them.
Before we activate stuff, should we clear this area? Like, go further down
Maybe we
the
should
halls?
take a look around before activating.
I think
Yeah.
that sound.
Yeah, let's follow
Why?
this this hallway, then come back.
Oh, what's this?
All right.
On this desk here.
Ooh, look, you've discovered a little desk.
And
Tucked
a chair?
away near the entrance.
See?
Tucked
The
away
chair.
near
Sorry.
Tucked away near the entrance is a small desk. The scrolls on the desk seem to be a people paired with a list of rooms. So who is looking at this?
I think I walked up to it first, but I don't read Dwarvish, so I'm gonna call for Dylan O'Thul.
All right. Dill and Ithul, do you approach?
Sure.
All right,
Yeah.
each of you, if you would please give me first an intelligence check.
Oh no. I mean, oh yes.
Just straight
this is-
intelligence.
but if you're both working together, then one of you can do it and have advantage.
Oh, I thought you'd take the advantage. I think that's going to.
Oh, okey-dokey. As soon
May
as
I
I can
guide
get
them
back to
too?
roll
May I
20.
use guidance for that?
Yeah, guide him.
What?
May I use
Okay.
guidance on them? Well, on a fuel in this case.
Not on the intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, give me a second here. It's going slow.
He's
Yes,
a slow
this
learner.
desk is
He-
very
he'll-
interesting.
But so as Athul is very carefully looking through the documents, we're waiting to see if he has any real conclusions about what they say or what he thinks about these things. And as he takes his time, he realizes that this seems to be there are two columns, and it looks as though each name on the left side column would be a teacher, and all of the different names that are paired with that teacher would be the students who are actually taking the trial. And then there seems to be a location on each one that indicates where the teacher is supposed to be judging. And now, for anybody that is in the room, you can also actually, you know what I'll say? Ithul, and you can give me an investigation check with advantage. And
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, a nat 20 lost.
No. It's intimidation. That's not what I
intimidation.
wanted to click.
he is
Dang it.
going to. Well, you have advantage, so you get 22.
Yeah, that's
Which
fine
is-
too. Okay, it's fine.
So as you are moving through, just checking all the different papers, seeing what's going on, you suddenly come across two scrolls, and reading them, it looks like it's two scrolls of cure wounds.
Oh, nice.
nifty.
Ooh.
So isn't that
Even more
fun?
healing.
All right. So now
Well,
you have.
question though.
You can continue to invest. Yes.
Do I have to be a cleric or a paladin to cast them?
I think you have to be a cleric, paladin, or bard.
Hey,
Who would like
I'm
these?
2 of those things.
2 out of 3.
Here, I'll give one to the paladin and one to bard.
What's it called?
Fabulous.
A cure, scroll of cure wounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
First
So
level?
it casts cure wounds at first level. Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So,
Go ahead
For
and
when
add
you're in
that.
a pinch.
So that's fun. I think
Dude.
that's fun.
It is.
does it say in the
All right.
papers
So
that it's
now,
supposed to be a fuel?
I'm sorry, say again.
Are in the papers? Are they written in the papers what we're supposed to be a fuel? You said something about the location for the teachers. It's more a
Yeah.
question for Kyle, actually, but
I'm sorry. What is it?
if there's like you said, there's a location for the teachers. It's like a map for it, or there's something that says where we have to go.
So on the piece of paper, for the locations, what you read is that it looks like there is entrance, spike room, treasure room, trap room, sand room, and combat room.
Interesting.
May this be related with the mirrors, with the crystals? Maybe there's trials inside them. Like if we activate, because there was like an end trial and maybe something like that.
I think
Does
the
it say anything
trials
about the
take place in the dome, and we activate the trials from under here.
Could be.
Does it have any information about the levers? I mean, I kind of really want to pull this scorch lever, but I feel like at this point it's comical.
Yeah, not cold enough yet.
Maybe we could surprise some of the fiends above us.
I
Well,
did
with some
see
of
a
these
few
trials.
devils inside the dome. I think we might be able to burn them with the scorch, but I wouldn't want to take the risk.
Well, if they're devils, then they're from hell, which typically is a pretty fiery place. So I don't know how much you would hurt them, but we'll have to.
That's a good point.
It won't
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Tried that. I
Twice.
suggest we check the immediate area around the dome. Just make sure that's clear
Yeah,
before we
let's check
do
everything
anything.
around.
All right,
Mhm.
let's do it.
Yes.
I'll come up
Open
with you,
doors
Wolf.
are packed with stuff.
Okay,
I'm
let's
right
go.
behind Gorf now.
We're gonna sneak,
All
sneakily
right.
go like.
Does each of these little dioceses, black glass dioceses, look the same with levers and stuff?
Exactly the same. They all have the same levers. So now what are we gonna do?
First, you keep peeking
We're
these
just-
corners
Keep going.
and just going just around the area.
Okay, so as you keep going,
Mhm.
and
Peeking the corners.
you sure you can head up. All you see is the same long
Yep.
hallway, and there's black glass mirrors throughout, and then when you get up here, you see a little doorway over here.
Over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Right up here, you see a little doorway.
check that
Um,
just a sec. We're just gonna go here and check this corner. Take a peek.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
There's
so
more
all,
desks
so you
over here.
see so what you're seeing throughout is first there is so you've got that little door that's along the way, then the hallway sort of opens up after that, and you see a larger space with two really sumptuous couches situated in front of one of the dark glass sections of the wall. Then in the even larger room, this large room contains more viewing areas and several ornate desks full of books and scrolls. There's also another locked door.
Over here.
Probably. Yes, right there.
Let's,
Okay.
You guys want to check the desks?
Yes, I will take a look at the desk. You can help me with that. I will investigate with guidance if you don't mind.
See if we can find out
Yes,
any more
you may
information
investigate.
about these trials,
So 22
specifically what they may do.
plus 325 investigation.
So I'm sorry, how much?
25.
25. So Gruna is literally just like she's Doctor Whoing all these books. She's literally just flipping through them, and suddenly she has all the information.
I can read all.
So that's always delightful. That's right. You're just sitting there. You're pulling like a straight up like Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and just touching the book and sucking all the words out.
I now know the meaning of life.
I've downloaded all the
That's
books.
right. So you've got So there's a couple of things. You see all kinds of books and things like that. Most of them have to do with things like lock picking, backstabbing, positioning in combat, stealthy maneuvers, clothing that you should wear when you to help muffle sound, all that kind of things that a rogue would be really useful for a rogue.
Yeah, that's a stealth trial.
Then you find over here on this desk, you find a list of names, and you realize that a lot of them are the same names of the students that were supposed to be participating from the other piece of paper. So this looks like a full roster of all of the students for this school, for before the academy was destroyed, or that the dwarven mine was destroyed.
May I do a history check to see if any names of teachers or students rings a bell?
Well, you're only in front of the students right now, so you can certainly do a history check to see if any of them ring a bell.
15.
And with the 15, there's like, you see like one or two names where you're like, you know that you've seen that name somewhere before, but you can't really figure it out.
Okay. Okay, I tell that to my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is the stealth trial indeed. I guess, I mean, for the looks of it, looks like this type of mirrors look like something to see from a distance. If this was like a teacher's, where the teachers were looking through the students, probably they could see each trial take place from here. So this is why you activate or deactivate to see the trial, and then you end the trial, or escorts, I don't know. Maybe they were quite punishing when they didn't do it.
Maybe
So,
the scourge was to teach the student to avoid such a big
Yeah,
bird of
probably.
flame.
So the there is one other thing that you find, right over here. You find a huge sealed tome. And as you are investigating it, you try to open it and it won't open, and you realize there's actually a puzzle lock on the book itself.
Is there any writing that I can recognize or make Dill recognize, since he's a omni reader?
Anybody that wants to look at the puzzle can give me an intelligence check.
I'll do it.
Sure, I'll do so.
Why not?
19.
All right.
Dill-
Well,
Dill has been
Dill
green today.
was first. Yeah, so Dill was definitely first on the draw there, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, Dill has seen stuff like this before. Like he remembers when this was
An
super
old mate.
popular. You know, it's a puzzle lock, and it's got different symbols that are supposed to tell a story. And when the story is told properly, then the book will open. But you need to know, you need to actually know the story, and you need to speak the story as you put each symbol into place.
Okay. Well,
This is
I can try something. Do you think there's going to be the spirit of any of the teachers here? Maybe they can help us with that.
that's
There might
interesting.
be.
I mean, I have both Speak with the Dead, but I need a cadaver, I guess, and my Tales from Beyond, which it's the same thing I did in Desert. Technically, I cannot do that, but flavorfully, it's like I use a spirit around to aid me. So I
see
will
if
try. My friends from the other side. What is it?
While she's doing that, can I see if I recognize which story it is from my time as a studying lore?
Oh, sure. So first
Yep.
thing I need you to do is I need you to give me 4 history checks.
Me? Sure.
Yes.
I get the Tale of the Phantom.
And the thing is that because you studied at the College of the Bards, and one of the things that they teach is history, you can do each with advantage.
Awesome. Here's the first one.
All right. So as you're sort of flipping through the first sections, one of the things that you recognize is something that you also saw in the first level written on the columns upstairs, and it's all about the founding of the mine.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one.
All right. So this one, you can do it with advantage.
That one was with advantage.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
2D. Kind of.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the,
yeah. It was-
is the way you
Oh,
roll
I
it
see,
just
I see.
picks the best one?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right, cool. I have not seen that version before. So,
I looks really-
with that one, it's not like you don't super recognize it, but now give me an intelligence check with advantage because I said so.
because I want to.
Gotcha.
And I'm the GM.
It's the same thing. Maybe
It's a
Gruna
six-
can help me.
Is
Well,
it a
when I-
16? 'Cause for some reason
it's
it
a
didn't
16.
pop up.
in the Street of the Dead, so I don't think
Pull it
so.
up.
Oh, it didn't show up. Yeah, no, it
Okay.
was a 16 though.
But combining the two of those,
Yeah.
32.
they're high enough. They're high enough that you sort of remember the second symbol, but you can't remember where. And then when you think back, you realize that it was on the column on the second level of the mine, in the marketplace. It was all about setting up the actual market and inviting different creatures to come
Alliances,
join
yeah.
the marketplace.
Oh, right. I remember
Hmm.
this. 'Cause I wasn't there whenever you guys first walked through here, but in my time having helped set up and fix up the marketplace, I found this.
Well, you say that when it's like with glowing green eyes, like Combok in the
Yeah.
Street of the Dead, like.
I just kind of like look at Gruna and just like, okay, and go back to doing this. Here's another one.
Like, okay.
21.
All right,
the
so the third one you recognize immediately as the creation of the altar in the first room of the temple complex, which established which was the beginning of establishing all of the other temples.
Okay, let's see where else we get with this. And here's the last one.
And another 16. It's like
Must
right
be my
on the
lucky
tip
number.
of your brain. There's you can certainly ask for help.
Athul, would you know anything about this over here? It's
And
Maybe
really
with
interesting.
Shut up. You shut up, you bastard.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I just can't figure it out.
What are you pointing at? I can't see.
It's the well, I'm studying this book here, and it's a puzzle, but it has to do with stories, and I really getting close. I just need one more piece, but I can't recognize this here. Can you see it?
So the story so far, the first 3 sections of the story go, the dwarves came to the mine and established the mine. They then created alliances to establish the market. They then gave fealty to the gods and honored their gods, establishing the temples. And the fourth one, he knows it's got to have something to do with the fourth level of the mine, but he can't quite figure it out. So, Ithul, do you want to try to figure it out?
I guess.
So, can you please,
I'm
since
as
you're
confused as
helping
he
him,
is.
can you give me an intelligence check with advantage?
Alrighty then. Let's see if my squishy squid brain can do this.
Who knows?
And as he contemplates deeply, once again,
Sorry, it's slow for me.
Don't worry.
He's really getting into it. He's
It's-
like, I know it's gotta be something.
And then he's gonna be like,
It's
5.
so-
Nope, I don't get it.
He starts like sucking on it with his tentacles.
It's so interesting, but we haven't really delved much into this level of the mine, and the story's kind of foggy.
Same.
Yeah, see? It's the same with you. I don't know.
But because you guys are working together, the two 16s are enough for you to realize that what you're looking at, the final symbol that you're looking for, has got to be one of the things that you saw through the haze, which is a giant throne.
That's it! Oh, I knew you were the one to call for the job.
All right, do you want
Yeah.
to do you want to try to open it while Gruna is over in the corner having a lovely conversation with
My
Yeah.
mouth watering. Like,
I'll just turn to Gruna and be like, Gruna, do you... Never mind. And I'll just start, flipping through, I'll just open it. I'll call
no,
Gil
first-
over to
first-
Gil.
First, I need
Okay.
you to tell me the story that you're going to tell to open it.
The dwarves, they created the mine. They... Shoot, I knew I should have been writing all this down.
it's level.
They
They
Yeah.
established alliances for the market.
They established alliances for the market. They created a place where they could celebrate and worship their gods. And then they made a throne for the king.
And they established the heart of their power.
And they established the heart of their wondrous power. I feel like I hear the story in my head right now.
The phantom is coming. It's coming.
As if
That's
if
right. That's
the
right.
god of this realm is
They literally
telling me
whisper
himself.
And as you say the final bit, suddenly the book springs open. And as you start looking through it, you realize you don't read Dwarvish. Yes.
So glad I have Athul here. I'll just kind of, show it up to him and be like, the words, what do they mean?
What do they mean, DM?
So, as you are looking over this, again, very, with you are taking your time, you're really reading it thoroughly. And what you realize is that it is on the first page is an incantation. And then the rest of the book is all about setting up and triggering a special defense for the city in case the city falls. This is one of the
Ooh.
so it looks though like it was locked because it was still locked, that they never had the chance, something happened and they never had the chance to actually activate the city defenses when the city fell. So what it talks to you about in this book is the stealthy defenses for the city and how, when activated, the very shadows themselves will start attacking anyone who is not marked with loyalty.
We would have been marked then.
Oof.
We have the loyalty runes actually.
Only some of us
Yeah.
aren't.
Yeah,
I think the
most
only
of
one
you
that is-
do.
I think I have to go up for a second.
No, we all did.
No, I think I did something for me too.
Except
Yeah.
for Guru.
We have
Everyone
we
except
have
for
any
Guru has
extra
one.
stuff?
What are these loyalty marks you're talking about?
Bit
Basically
of
saying that we're not enemies of the dwarf. And he points to his vest where the symbol is. It's this symbol.
Yeah, and they will take a little bit of time to explain to you that what they've discovered about the loyalty runes is that the dwarves actually created them magically and marked any piece of armor or any weapon that they created, because they, for hundreds of years, were creating the very best armor and weapons on the continent. But they marked each one with a loyalty rune. so that anyone who was considered a citizen of Delver's Dream, if they were in battle against somebody that was wearing a loyalty rune marked piece of armor or weapon, that they could say a specific phrase, and those any weapon or armor that was being used against Delver's Dream would just disintegrate into nothing. So they would so that's how they maintained their defense. There were times when armies came against the dwarves trying to use their own weapons, and the entire army was suddenly naked and had no weapons left.
Ancient copyright protection. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
laws.
Yeah.
right, Magnus.
Yeah. Old
Lovely.
school.
And they found that in the Temple of Moradin, that's where you can create loyalty marked items.
Do you have any extra
Well-
give to go over?
Well, it seems like we got plenty of time. Why don't we just, go back and give him the rune, and then we'll just be back in a couple minutes. No? Okay.
Kyle, do I get in touch with the Phantom?
Seems
Okay.
like there's a
You do get in touch with the Phantom, and you can make somebody invisible if you want.
But not. I was meant like roleplay wise. If I could talk to a Phantom.
No, there's been too much happening. The energies here are too confused. So there's not
Okay,
a
it's like
single phantom that you can find that would be so it's more of a conglomeration
Yeah, an
of just
abstract
sort of
force almost.
energy.
Okay. Well, didn't get much. Did you find anything in the book, guys? Oof, my head hurts a little actually. Too many phantoms here.
We found out that if you activate the defenses, if I don't have this loyalty crest or seal, I'm considered an enemy of the mine, and I would be attacked the same as any of the fiends or devils here.
I don't know if we have anything. Maybe, Kyle, would we have kept anything up from Freya or the other paladin that had the mark?
Anybody that has any of the mithril weapons can give that to Goru, because all of the mithril weapons would have been marked with loyalty.
We got Freya had a spear of
I'll
mine.
give him.
so
I have a spear. I'll give him a spear.
I have a spear.
I don't use it.
Fabulous.
I have
I
a battle axe.
I don't
Glaive.
like to hold weapons.
Suck
Well,
it
you
up,
can just
little brother. Just put it on
think
your
about
back.
it like
It's
a fishing rod
a shield.
without the actual string.
Well, there's a spear.
Yes, I have a spear.
Is what's it? Is it the whole thing mithril, or just the tip?
The whole thing, right?
Yep.
Where's the crest at on the spear?
The crest is on the haft of the spear.
Can I break it?
You break a mithril spear.
Yeah, you can give me a strength
Probably.
check.
Can you?
You better be the
Pretend it's a
strongest.
walking stick.
Yeah.
Pretend it's a quarterstaff. Don't break this fine weapon. Come on.
Gorf, you
I'm
know
sorry.
I don't
I'm sorry.
touch weapons.
He gets to do what he wants.
I want to see him break the spear in half.
I would
honestly.
like. I believe the DM did in fact ask for a strength check.
Do it.
That's quite good.
So with
Yeah.
a 25,
I mean, that's a save, but
you
Oh.
lay
so
you lay the tip of the sphere on the ground and hold it sort of diagonal to the ground, and then you take your giant mighty shield of the ancients and you slam it down on the spear, and everyone sort of watches in astonishment as there's a little shower of sparks while the head of the spear goes sort of skittering off across the floor, and you now have what is essentially a little scepter, a mithril scepter with a loyalty rune on it.
Well,
Oh,
holy
so
crap.
you are
I don't think
kinda
you'd be
stronger
able to
than
do that.
Gorf.
Yeah, definitely stronger than you, huh?
I don't think you can do that, Gorf, actually.
Gorf, can you break a mithril weapon? I mean, I'd love to see it.
Gorf, hello. I see that Gorf is not responding. Hello, Gorf. Are you there? Okay.
Oh my god.
Those
I
crazy-
I have deep issues
Um,
with holding weaponry. So thanks
Apparently.
for.
I mean, you don't
Gorf,
need
you've known
weaponry.
this
You,
for
you can
years.
just squeeze someone with your bare hands.
Well, that's different. I just now have a nice scepter/walking stick. It's
I
perfect.
mean, considering your strength, you can just kill people just by flexing your muscles. So, yeah, not that big of a loss.
Well, Guru, if you don't like picking up weapons, make sure you never carry me, and I'm just gonna like flex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this guy. All right. So, are we
So-
scorching the
Problem.
place? We're
We have
scorching now,
two
right?
entrances and the mirrors. Do you
Gorf's,
want to
Gorf's
activate
gonna go
one?
pick up the broken spear haft. He's like, I'm not leaving this. Stick it in his bag or whatever.
It's got a little spear tip. Got a little mithril tip.
mithril
Nice.
I already have one of those.
Oh my god.
Is that an innuendo? I mean,
I feel like it's a little more than an innuendo. I feel like
Yeah.
that's like if that's your attempt at an innuendo, we need to get.
I'm gonna work on it.
yeah,
That was
it
just
worked.
very direct.
Yep.
That was very blatant. And anybody that didn't get that was very blatant, well, no, every intelligence check that you make from now on is a disadvantage. So, all right.
Not like
So,
I
what are
need
we
it,
gonna
but-
do now?
Let's go back and check the outer door before we check this inner door.
Yes, my guess is that this inner door would lead into the trial area, and I don't think entering that area would be wise. Checking the other door first would
Oh,
probably
yeah.
be optimal.
Well, these are
Should we-
a viewing area, right? That's what this whole outer space
Looks
is.
like
It's-
at least. Should we
I-
activate it and see what happens? Or
Why can't we see into it? Is that
I'd much
Maybe we
rather
need to
go through a
activate it
door
first.
than potentially activate something we don't know first.
no before going
Right.
to the
And
door?
while we are discussing where we want to go, we should probably pop up the map.
yeah?
Yes. Thank you. Yep,
The map.
that's a thing. So Gorf is gonna go over to this door because he thinks that's the best idea.
Well,
All right, which door are you headed to? Over here to this door. I see that door. All right, well, it looks like it's got a fairly standard lock on it.
let me check for traps, guys. I will
All
make
right,
a
give
investigation
me.
for that with guidance, if I may.
You certainly may.
I do have find traps as a spell, but I don't think I'm gonna use it at first, at least. Fuck, I went out from.
Language, Gruna. Jeez.
I mean,
Really, Gruna. Really.
it just, I wanted to go to the roll
Really?
20 window, and I just closed it because I'm not that smart.
Oh. 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 I can
Okay.
roll it for you if you would like.
No, I got it. 15 plus 4, 19 for
So
investigation.
19. You do not find any traps.
Seems good to me.
Shall I unlock it?
Yes, please.
Give it to me. However, not the first time I fail on that, so 1 second. Yeah, you can open it. You see as I go sneaking in the corner? It's fine. I don't want to be poisoned anymore.
You're
Not
so
again.
shady. Oh my god, you're so shady.
Like, yeah, there's
I'm
no
okay,
traps.
sorry.
As you step back all the way behind the door.
Last time I said
That
there's
is-
no trap,
that is-
there was actually a trap.
That is crazy shade. All right. So who wants to try to open it?
Well, someone's got to unlock it
Was it-
first.
Was it locked?
It is, yes. It is locked.
Okay.
That's
I'm
what I
going to
mean by
pick the
open
lock.
it. I mean, who would like
Gotcha.
to unlock it? All
Okay,
right.
yeah,
Give
I'm
me-
taking out my thieves' tools.
Fabulous.
assist
Give
him.
me a check with those thieves tools, please.
Can I assist him?
I
Sleight
already
of
have
hand.
advantage on this, actually.
So shut
You
up.
already
Yeah.
do? Oh.
Well, let me guide you. By
Uh,
the way. Use guidance.
Oh, thank you. I'm proficient as well, so And this is without the proficiency bonus first. So 15
So-
plus guidance, 17.
Well, your proficiency bonus should be +3 now.
Oh, right. So
16, so it's 18.
18.
So yes, and you hear, as it's a pretty standard lock, you hear it just go click, and it is
See? No
open,
trap.
and yeah. She's the worst person. And it
After you,
opens
Gorf.
for you.
I move in. See around the corner.
All right.
And I'm gonna investigate the desk myself. With guidance.
I'll help Gruna.
I don't need
All
help.
right.
You can do your own though. No, it's
Ah.
because I have advantage. Literally. Well, I mean, Bruno would probably say, "I don't need help. Go do something."
As you are
with Gorf, then.
investigating, so,
See, I don't need help.
So-
23.
so as you are investigating, you see a whole bunch of that it's a very long room, and on the desk there is a large scroll and several books, and the scrolls seem to be a list of assets. And
Or
one
when
of
I
the
get,
things,
I need help.
well, yes. So whoever's reading it, I'm assuming that somebody's actually.
I'm like,
going
I
to
don't
read
need help.
it. So
What does it say?
as you're reading it, the thing that you see is that it seems to be a list of assets, and it looks like in one of the trials, they fill something with treasure, and so they have a stockpile of treasure. And Gorf, from your vantage point over here, you see giant piles of gold coins.
Yeah.
As I say loud, something about treasures.
Yeah. So like Gorf stopped with his mouth open.
Treasure?
I just bump into him like, "What's up, Gorf? Like, why'd you stop?" "Oh my god!" Like that.
I mean, are we stealing from a Greek god again?
I dive into it.
All right.
Scrooge pile.
As you dive into it, I am going to need you to give me
Tell me it's
I'm gonna
Caps,
need
do
you
it.
to give
I'm
you
not
to give me
judging.
a constitution check.
Constitution check.
I
Or
think it actually said
it's a
something about
constitution
poison
check.
in the go. Oh no! If you
16. Lucky number 16, baby.
So
Yes, if you know
So,
Dave.
as your fingers touch the gold, you suddenly realize that the pieces of metal are different than a liquid, and you are able to roll onto your shoulder before cracking your neck against a solid pile of gold coins that you cannot actually swim through. So,
Worth it. Worth it. Honestly.
So give me a for me, please.
A
what?
what?
A D4.
A D4 of damage? Sure.
I've been lied to my whole life.
Ow.
Yay! Crit!
Yeah,
All
what
right,
was
so
it?
you take 4 as you hear like a crunch in one of your fingers and like in your shoulder, and you take 4 points of damage for stupidity.
Awesome. And
Are you okay,
as
buddy?
I'm just gonna be like, "Oh," and then I'm gonna start doing like a angel in the gold. It's like it was worth it.
Very good.
I'll cast detect magic to see that there's nothing fishy going on.
And there is nothing magical about the coins.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, obviously
What do you
we're
need
gonna
so much
split it,
money, Gorf?
or-
Felix, are you feeling all right?
Felix is just stuffing his pockets
I'm
right now.
fine. Yeah, I'm just. I'm making it like
Dude.
rain. I'm making it rain.
Oh my god.
Like,
so,
yes, no, I'm
as you
good.
sort of as you look through it and start counting it, you realize that there are 6,000 gold coins in this cute little pile.
Platinum, I guess, of course.
Did something
Looks
change
like-
in the stream? Oh,
Visible.
I'm a
I'm
fool
dwarf
now.
now.
Who am I?
Now Kyle will get my name right.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
I don't think so.
I
don't think
know
that's right.
this. I think I should call my dad first. He might help.
Your dad is.
Just disappointed.
Yes, it is just gold pieces.
Looks
6,000
like there's
of
6
them?
of us, 6,000 pieces, 6 of us. Looks like I'm drinking a lot when we
I think
get
it's
back.
5,000 for each one, and then the rest for me.
Mm,
Okay,
5,000 for each person? Sure. If that's how you math.
That's right, you guys. All right, so
Is it 1,000 each?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'm adding it.
disgustingly rich, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna Glacier. I need to not spend that much money. Glacier is gonna be so spoiled. Silver spoon. Yeah, it talks about the trial using this gold and some type of liquid, but not much about it.
Mm. Pretty sure it's still just the doors.
Yeah, probably. I think Jill was right about that. Maybe in the center of this, the other door leads to the center. Maybe it's where the trials actually go, and through the crystals we activate one trial or another. I think that makes sense. And some of them maybe are just the ones that you can sit around. Maybe they are just for looking at what's happening. I don't know.
But I think the tome we found included some sort of spell or incantation that was what activates the thing we're trying to activate. So I don't think we even had to do the trial.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to contact to the other side while you were doing that. So yeah, I did.
Agreed.
Yeah, indeed. So
I think we need to be in the room to activate it, and that's where they are.
Let's
move in.
Okay, can I look at the tome?
Mr. Kyle.
If Felix lets you.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Definitely. Sure, guys. Here. This is a tome, right? So it's like as big as me, probably.
Yeah, I was thinking, isn't it like a surfboard for you, like that book?
I thought Athul was carrying it, so yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely carrying it. Yeah. Look, see.
I'll take a look at the incantation, see what the requirements are.
An illithid.
Two illithids.
The sacrifice of an illithid and a mouse folk.
Well, it's not like you haven't killed me once.
Sacrifice of a bird. You know, I'm so sorry, Felix, but I think we gotta.
Oh no, that was a good one. You know, if anyone's a virgin here, it's probably Gorf, according to Goru.
I don't think so. I mean, considering what they told us, I think he likes it rough.
Oh,
What did that woman did to you? Did she wear high heels and step on you?
Oh, she stabbed him at least once. That's what I know.
Oh,
about.
Did you like that?
That's what you're into, Gorf.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought that's from when you stabbed yourself that one time. I guess you do that often. Oh, no, now it makes sense. You're into that. Ah.
I mean, we don't kink shame
We missed you, Athul.
Nightmare.
here.
Are
I mean,
we
I was
going to
feeling
move?
for a
Oh,
while.
and there Kyle
Oh, no.
disappeared.
Son of
Oh,
a
come
bitch.
on. That's it. Back to Winnipeg.
Well, do we do a truth or dare then? Do you want
Well,
to start, Felix?
I'll finish the story from earlier of Gorf. He's looking at these barmaids, and like I said, she was pretty crazy. And so, in the middle of a tavern with many people around, she pulls out her side knife and stabs him right in the ribs.
Hmm.
That's the
So
scar he
that's
was showing you
like-
just a second ago. I believe it took you a couple weeks after that, but yeah, it was the beginning of a big realization.
It can be hard to get over those types, you know? Really get a hold on you.
Yeah.
Some
We
dames,
can.
firecrackers.
Is Kyle back?
I think.
Yes, yes,
All
I
right.
am now. All right. So I have no idea what just happened, but I'm sure it was
I pulled all of the scorch levers. All of them at the same time.
absolutely delightful.
Nope.
It is
nope,
now.
nope.
I'm pulling it.
And
Nope,
you
I
guys,
can't wait any longer. I'm
Felix.
pulling it.
Felix, you don't. I swear to God. I swear to God. I send you to another plane of existence. I don't
You
know
guys
how.
see me like
but I will.
itching like by the thing. I'm like, guys, I'm doing this, and I just pull it.
Felix, you're not even tall enough, so that's not canon.
I jump then. Bish.
Dude,
With 1,000 gold pieces, I don't think you can jump.
I stand on the 1,000 gold pieces.
over,
I am the 1,000 gold pieces.
you pull the one over by this other door here.
Sure, yeah, whichever one. Well,
That's where
I
you're
think
at right now. at
technically I
least.
pulled them all at the same time, but I mean, yeah. Fine.
Is Kyle gone again?
Kyle's just going to kill us all while we can't hear him.
Are we gonna
Probably.
move to this
Painfully.
next room?
God,
Which next
what's
room?
he?
Well, if we can fight them without having to go in, I feel like that would be a nicer thing. I mean, I know how much you want to. I
will
don't
know
know.
when the god is back.
Yeah, I need to ask my God.
Wait,
The
didn't
trials,
you kill
the
him?
trials
I
are
mean,
different than.
By the way,
Yes, I have to wait for
I
a
told Kai
while.
that I think I have to leave like right now, so Luna
you have
will
to leave
stay.
now?
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. So that was the second technical difficulty, and like they're
Well, that's
yeah,
yes.
we
So we're back.
heard 50%
Um,
of that, Kyle.
So, what do we want to do now?
We're
Kyle,
looking. We're
before
looking at the
anything,
incantation.
I gotta leave. Was a pleasure as always. Tell me
So we
what
want
you
to
do.
enter that second.
I will. Can I leave
Okay.
the?
Yes. So what do we want to do now?
We're looking at the incantation
Oh
in
my
the tome
God.
to see how it's activated.
I'm hearing 4 people talking at once. Sorry. There is so. Okay.
Please do not
Again,
delay.
I'm hearing multiple people talking at once. Can one person please? Okay. Fabulous. There is so. All it tells you is the incantation. And you what?
Kyle, you're on a crazy delay. You're going to hear this like in 20 seconds.
Well, this
Oh
is
my
fun.
God.
This is so dumb.
I couldn't resist.
Phenomena. Do 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 do. Yeah. God, are you there?
It's like we're typing in the chat and waiting for like the time difference between Twitch
Yeah.
for the answer.
Hmm. I think he's gone. I think he's just
Yeah, I
gone.
think it's gone. What a game we're
You
having.
broke him.
Our God is dead.
Yep.
Now you know how it
That
feels.
is really, really terrifying for the paladin to say, but I mean, sure.
No, not my God.
Ah.
I worship ancient souls
Oh.
that are
Hey,
divine beings.
Can
So
can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Yeah, we hear
Yes.
you.
Oh, never mind.
Hmm.
And I was muted. Wow. Okay. That was
No, you
on me.
were.
We've heard you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. According to my thing, I was.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there?
We heard the first word of that.
All right.
So how's your day going, huh? Everyone
Yeah,
have
how's
anything
everyone
fun
in
to
the
share?
chat doing?
Yeah, how's
Oh.
everyone in the chat going?
Chat, how
Nicola.
you doing,
Yeah.
chat? Yeah,
Well, Kyle's
chat.
boots up. Reboots. Yeah, he just has really,
Kyle's
really
gonna fix
wonky
his
internet
technical
right now.
difficulties.
So at least
Going
my
through a
power
tunnel.
hasn't gone out. That's good. Because I haven't had to test the fact that I have a like 100-foot or 50-foot extension cord running from my bedroom out into the living room, so that if the power goes out, my computer doesn't go out in the middle of the stream. So that's cool. And they said that it's going to be like 60 days before someone comes out and fixes it. It's a non-emergency. I'm like, wow.
Lovely.
Well, I have duct tape behind me on my wall because there's a hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have this
that's
little
fun.
dragon that I got at the thrift store. It was pretty
Nice.
Whoa, are we showing cool stuff?
cool. I guess.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. This is pretty cool.
But I
Yeah.
have a big rock. Oh, that dude is pretty cool.
Right?
That's sick, dude.
How much was that? That looks awesome.
I think I got it for like $25. It was a Goodwill, so
Dang.
typically their stuff's a little bit more expensive than regular stores. But I was like, I don't
That's
have to
tight.
have that. So I try to keep it so that's kind of in the shop. I'm trying to figure
I
out
just
what to
have
do with
my-
the wall.
I just have my
Oh, that's
dragon
awesome.
D&D mug.
Oh, that's legit.
But-
That's legit.
But your mug is, or your dragon's pretty sick.
Do we have Kyle back?
Maybe in some kind of shape.
That's true.
You guys said you were going to have some chicken lips. We did warn you
We
guys.
did.
We
You
did
know,
warn you guys.
that is fair.
It was stated. It was no.
I guess while we're sitting here, we could talk more about Gorf's love life.
Oh god.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's not. He forgot
That
to
was really
feed
the best
hamster.
the best story.
Hamster wheel, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamster was no longer spinning.
Dude, that's why I always
Listen.
have a backup hamster.
Those guys go on strike, dude. You know, gotta feed them.
You always have to have a backup hamster. That's the
Yeah, I mean, I buy, probably 2 or 3 a month
buy
because,
in bulk.
they
Buy your hamster.
kick
Yeah,
the
exactly.
bucket pretty quickly.
I actually have a hamster guy who like, gives good prices for them. But, they're like, it's like burning candles at both ends with these ones. Like they're really fast, but like they don't last very long. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's a whole hamster. It's the hamster companies. They
Yeah,
don't make them to last anymore.
they don't. They're just trying to take your money. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
They build like 2-month hamsters instead of like real one.
Yep.
I've used a guinea pig. It's
Okay,
slower.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hooray!
Oh God, that's like the third time.
Yeah, he
Oh,
keeps
God,
coming back
now
saying,
I-
Oh, wait,
"Hey,
wait.
can you hear me?" And
They're
then
like,
disappearing.
yes. And then,
You're there. He's there. He's there. Or
He's
was
here.
there for a second.
I just want to know if the book has anything to do
Yeah,
with.
the internet literally just keeps disappearing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel that. We want to know how to activate the defenses.
So
That's what.
Well, what do the levers do? Does the book say what the levers actually do?
so the book. Oh,
You said there was an incantation in the book.
All right. Cool. So.
there
Awesome.
is.
Oh,
He's back. He's back.
sort of no, like my
Interesting story,
my
Kyle.
connection is very tenuous. If
yeah. Well, Gruna had to leave. It might not be a bad place to stop for today. It's a little
if
shorter.
if the pattern holds, it should get better over the course of the next like 5 minutes. No. There is so here's the issue is that we are going to be rating Dungeon for All in half an hour. So we actually need to keep going.
Hang on. All right. Cool. We could do that. Do it.
There's but Gruna can tag along. Guillermo can head out as he's got a hard stop, but Gruna can tag along and play with the spirits as we continue to explore. So where were we? So sorry for the technical difficulties, everyone.
Good. We wanted to know what we needed to do to activate the shadow stealth defenses and what the book said about that.
So it does not tell you exactly how. It just gives you the incantation. It's as though they just sort of expected you to know where to go to do this. It seems like probably all of the teachers just knew where that was. It was like a super important thing, so they didn't bother to actually write it down.
So just reading the incantation doesn't do anything. Just reading it out loud. It appears we have to be in a specific spot to do it.
Hey, trainer Jace, you were late, and we are experiencing some technical difficulties with Kyle's internet. So we are bouncing in between playing D&D and having other conversations. So
yes.
Welcome to the chaos.
It's one of those days.
Random. Yeah, random ass craziness. There's all right. So, did you hear my
It is
last
Magnum.
response?
Yeah, we heard that. We asked if we could do the cantation
Just here.
anywhere and try that and see if there's any effect.
Okay, so where would you ping for me on the map where you'd like to try it?
We're just like where we're standing, I suppose.
Sure. So you read out the incantation and nothing happens. Look at that.
Does the
Baby.
book
Oh,
say
it's-
what the scorch lever and all the other levers do, like specifically?
It does not.
Well, I think we should just push into the next room then and see. It seems like this is an observing ground, so we might be able to get a better sense of what's going on. if we can see anything from a vantage point where a dais or some sort of structure might be, or even how many enemies we might have to get through, and then we can make a decision based on, and then start throwing some levers if we need to clear some guys out.
That's a good idea.
Or we could be walking right into the enemies right now.
Well,
Is the door
somebody
unlocked?
can attempt to open it if they want. The door is not unlocked. It is in fact locked.
Can Gorf peek it? Just like eyeball?
Through the keyhole?
Like just sort of see. No, you cannot. It is solid.
Can I open it and peek through? You were saying no to the keyhole, right?
It's
It was
locked.
locked.
Yeah, there's no keyhole. No, it's locked, so you can't just open it. No.
Oh, you said okay. I think you said it's unlocked.
Very-
All right.
Gruna will search for traps
Yeah.
because that's her specialty.
Yeah, she will.
And
She's
we
just
have her
awesome.
character
And
sheet.
she will
And
stand
she's
right in
using
front of the door.
And she,
guidance. Yeah.
well, and so she does not find any traps there.
Yay!
Okay, I'll try to unlock
because
the
this
door.
is the teacher's area, and they don't want to trap each other.
That makes
I mean-
a whole lot of sense.
They didn't have any pranksters. I don't believe it.
You open the door and a bucket of water falls on your head.
Oh yeah.
So, Dill, you do unlock the door, and as you do so, you suddenly
okay.
see the death of all mankind.
Yay!
No.
All right.
No, it opens up into a long hallway that ends in a strangely shaped room.
This was a good choice. Gorf's
Okay.
gonna go here.
I'm following Gorf.
All these
Yup.
levers. This
And
seems
there's
like
a whole bunch of the various the black glass walls here.
Same levers.
Yep. All the same levers. And then it looks as though there is a large lever in the floor over here.
Is there
So?
any writing by it?
It just has the loyalty rune on it.
stands to reason that any lever we pull in this area won't cause us harm, but it could alert people to where we are. But this hallway is a really good defensive position, so I think it's probably worth throwing some levers. Maybe
I
that
pull the lever.
big one first.
I pull the big lever.
I closed the door behind us.
Okay, so you try to pull the big lever and it does not move.
We probably have to pull the activation lever first.
What about?
Well, there's a
could
big
this-
lever on the floor, and then there are the 4 levers on each of the black glass walls.
Are there any symbols on any of the levers?
So it's got on the black glass walls. It's all the same symbols that you've seen. It's the names of each of the levers, and then on the big lever in the bottom,
Treasure spikes.
on the floor.
Something.
What?
Like treasure spikes, something.
No, those are no.
Trials.
Those are the names
And
of
there's
the
trials.
rooms. On the actual black glass. There is just the 4 things that tell you what the levers do.
If it's marked with the loyalty mark, do you think this could possibly be the activation for the incantation?
Stands to reason.
It's possible.
You never
Maybe
know
we
with
could try
this
to
thing.
speak it and pull the lever.
That's a
well,
good
this is
idea.
some
Worth
kind
a
of trial,
try.
right? Isn't it? It's some kind of trial, so it stands to reason that you'd have to finish the trial to activate it. You know, the
I
whole
find
Why,
it
why would they make it
strange.
hard to make
These are
to
the
activate
teacher.
the defenses in their own area? That doesn't make any
This is
sense.
the
Well-
teacher's area. So
you need to activate the area to have power to it, don't you? I mean,
I don't know. We should try it. There's no harm in trying the incantation while pulling the lever.
okay.
So what are you
We-
gonna do?
We read out the incantation and pull the big lever.
So as you read out the incantation, the loyalty rune starts to glow. And the glow intensifies as you move through the incantation. And by the end of it, you see the lever pull itself.
Ooh.
Fancy automation.
And you hear something happen. You don't know where, but it seems as though you might have just activated the stealthy defenses of the city.
Let's go.
And everybody's
look
dead.
at you.
And we're all dead.
All the bad guys.
All right.
Oh,
Would you like to do
did
anything
Tara
else?
have a loyalty rune? I hope she did.
Yes, she does.
That was really
Is
sad.
it worth pulling any of the levers in this room before we go?
Felix, would you like to pull the scorch lever now that we know
Really
it's
want
safe?
to pull the scorch lever. I mean, I really, really want to pull this. I pull the scorch lever. I hold it down for a couple seconds, then I put it back up, and then I pull
So-
again.
As you pull the scorch lever, you hear somehow through the glass what sounds like people screaming.
People?
Something.
Mm.
Let's pull all this. No,
We just
I-
fucking killed some NPCs or something.
Oh, oh no.
They were like refugees in their fucking scorched them. We just burned them to bits. We just shoved them in the fucking
Okay,
oven.
let's not do that.
Goru is like deeply disturbed and like
Okay, now
trying
we need
not
to,
to,
go there
like-
and check.
I just look at my hands like, what have I done? No.
God.
yeah, Goru's like trying not to like throw up, like really disturbed and like just
They're probably just
incredibly
I
not okay.
find it-
devils.
I find it so interesting that you guys don't bother to try any of the levers until, except the scorch. Like, just utter destruction all the time.
Now
Okay.
I really don't know what you expected.
Now we need to go down there. Pull whatever
Alright, let's
lever that's gonna let us get down there.
All right, I pull one of the trial levers too.
So the only levers that are available are activate, deactivate, start trial, and scorch.
Activate?
Deactivate.
Activate.
No, we gotta go through
So-
the student entrance if we want to get down there.
So, oh my god. So deactivate does nothing.
Activate.
No,
So
don't activate anything else.
No, he said activate.
No.
And
Yes.
what that means is this is the one that he is closest to. All of a sudden, the black glass suddenly turns clear and you can see into the room. And you notice that inside the room, there are corpses of chain devils all around. You have no idea how they died. But you also get the sense that probably whoever's on the other side of the glass can't see you, but you can see them, like a one-way mirror.
Right,
I
let's
run
activate
to another
more.
door and do the same thing.
Okay, so as you activate them, what you see is that these are obviously, quite obviously, the places where the teachers would stand to watch the students do the trials. So they all turn clear. As you activate them, they all turn clear for you, but stay dark for the people inside the room. And you can observe what's going on in the rooms.
Was there anything else other than Shane Devils?
So hold on one sec while I unlock these guys for you.
Yay.
Give me one sec. And so now you can see into the rooms. And this room just looks blank.
Aw.
Which one did we pull Scorch on?
The one I'm
You
looking
pulled,
at.
yeah, you pulled Scorch on this guy. Over here. And you see a whole bunch of chain devil bodies sort of melting.
Do they look burned, or do they look like
The fire wouldn't have hurt the devils.
Yeah, so they look as though they died of some other cause. You can't, through the glass, you can't really tell.
Probably the shadows. Defenses.
we killed something else?
Ah.
I'm gonna be sick.
Give me a constitution save, please. All right, and you start throwing up all over your shoes.
Okay, I automatically start throwing up too.
Yeah, Gore's gotta make a con save.
Go.
So now
Gore's
there's
got 24.
yeah, Gorf like holds it back, he chokes it back. But you now have a bear folk puking on the floor. It splashes on a mouse folk, and he starts puking too.
Oh my god.
It's all
Oh,
just
Oh my god. It's on
Sure.
me.
Gore's gonna go
now the
here
whole
and
now the whole room
activate,
just
activate this
stinks.
activate lever for this one.
Sure. There's you're getting out of the room that now smells of vomit. You know, there's as one does. So now you can see into this room.
Gore's just gonna kind of panic run through all these activate levers and just activate them to try to figure out what.
Well,
Elixir
okay, all right.
murdered.
Slow down.
Okay.
Yes. All right, so you are ping for me where you are.
This one next.
Okay, so as you opened this one over here, you
Yep.
just saw like what you see is you actually see a whole bunch of give me one sec.
Children.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of very nice children that are all just weeping because you've killed their parents. No, you see a whole bunch of chain devils, and they seem to be coming down from the entrance above you, under the dome.
I pull Scorch.
There, on this one, there is no scorch lever, and there's no start trial lever. There's only two
Dang it.
levers, just activate and deactivate. It looks like this is probably like the first room. And what you see when you look into the room is there's 3 doors that look like vault doors. And above each one, there is a single word. And when you look at these words, the one that is on the left-hand side says intelligence. The one that is down says situational awareness. And the one that is to the right says dexterity. And you see the chain devils all trying to sort of like pop open various doors and get at them with their chains and trying to pick the locks and things like that.
Sure glad we didn't go through the student entrance. I don't have to deal with these trials. And I'm just gonna keep
So now Gorf comes over here and he tries to open this guy. And what you see in there is, hold on just a moment, you see a bunch of chain devils have figured out how to open that door, and they have started popping into that room. And as About 6 of them get in. Suddenly, the door slams shut behind them.
Is there a trial lever?
Torch?
There is a trial lever.
Pull the trial lever, yeah.
No, let's pull the trial
All
lever.
right. As you pull the trial lever,
Judge. Chain
We're so sadistic. Like, what are we even doing
They're
right now?
devils! They
you
deserve
see,
it!
you see spikes pop up all over the room. The entire floor of the room is suddenly spikes. And the only spot that is not spikes is underneath. I'll put it underneath that devil. There's one 5-foot section of floor that is still available. And you see all of the chain devils start to try to figure out what to do as they are impaled over and over and over again on these spikes, while the ceiling of the room grows spikes of its own and starts descending.
Yeah, but these trials
Go
are
off.
harsh.
Gorf, this is pretty brutal even for me, man. I mean, you could just scorch them, but no, you want to torture them too.
Scorch won't do anything.
This is
to them.
horrific.
And you see as you're watching, you see like a couple of the chain devils just, they just die as they just keep getting impaled.
Wow.
And a couple of them are still trying to like sort of get away somehow. And then there's one that hops back up onto this section of door, this section of floor, and looks up at the ceiling and starts looking around. And you see him whip one of his chains out towards this guy over here, and it latches on, and you see him and the door, like he pulls himself with the chunk of door over to this section over here, and he keeps doing that as he traverses the room using the wall sconces that look like they're supposed to hold torches instead. So his friends just die in the middle of the room because they panicked and couldn't figure it out. And he then sort of surfs on this door across the spikes until he gets over here to this door. You see him scrabbling and trying really, really hard to like figure out how to open the door as these spikes from the ceiling are descending, and he just manages to do it as the ceiling spikes come down, and he hops through, and you see him no more as the door slams shut behind him.
I'm going to activate this one.
All right, so you go over there, and you see. Hold on just a moment.
These chain devils would have no problem gutting and killing every single person you've ever cared about. I have no problem killing them.
It's
Yeah, I
true. It's true.
Then
They're
let's just
pretty bad.
kill them. Why do we need to? I mean, what if they succeed the trials? Then what? Are
The
we going to pat
scorch
them on the
won't
back?
kill them. Well, we'll go in there and clear them out if we need to.
I mean, I'm
So-
not giving them any of my gold if they succeed the trials. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's fair.
So in this trial, what you see is a couple of chain devils have gotten in there. And as you watch, the dummies start actually advancing on the chain devils. And every time the chain devils try to hit the dummy, it just bounces off, it just bounces back. And as the dummies get closer and closer, they just start destroying the chain devils, right? Now, you see these dummies like just smack them and rip off huge chunks of flesh for these guys as they're doing it. And a couple of them just die very quickly. And then you see one of them, like, you can sort of follow him around the room with your eyes, but he's trying really hard to hide. And as he gets behind these dummies, you realize that this is the backstabbing room, where you have to get behind your opponent, and only then will they go
Course, they
down.
pull the scorch
Otherwise,
lever.
they'll kill you.
The scorch lever.
So, yes, there is a scorch lever, and as you pull the scorch lever, suddenly all of the dummies start whirling around as fast as they can and bouncing back and forth between all the different walls, and you just watch this last chain devil just get mowed down by all these dummies just whipping around the room.
Okay. That makes
Oh.
me feel a lot better because I assumed that the scorch lever was fire and figured
Now,
that
go on.
the wait no listen, this is important. If it was
Okay.
fire, I didn't think it was gonna hurt the chain devils, and I thought it was gonna be something else. But if the scorch level was something like this, it could have been chain devils that were killed by the scorch lever. So just put that out there.
Well, no, you saw the corpses of the chain devils
Okay. Yeah. You know,
in the other room.
Oh, okay. So it was really clear that that was the room that we pulled. Okay. So yeah, no
So-
children or dwarves or whatever were harmed. Just chain devils. Cool.
All right. Any
Guess I should
other
have figured that out
any,
earlier, but
any other rooms that you would like to check out?
Oh, I'm going through and looking at all the rooms as
Yeah.
I go.
Okay,
I'm over here
so
now.
just watching, just seeing all the fun things, seeing
Yeah,
what's
activate
going
them.
on.
yeah, just experience the whole area the way it was meant to be experienced.
Is there anybody in this one?
That was the one you pulled,
so
right?
so that's the one you pulled. So it looks like it's a weird, like sort of triangular shape with the room in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And you can certainly pull any of the levers that you want.
Yeah, it's not as fun. I'll move on to the next one.
Or if would like to activate this one.
Which one? That one? Okay.
Yes, please.
So, so you activate that one, and it looks like a blank room, with a couple of chain devils there. And would you like to do anything else?
Is there a trial or a scorch lever?
There are both.
Let's just
Let's start the trial first.
dexterity?
Oh, I guess yeah. I mean,
This one was not the dexterity. This one, if you you could see one of the doors to this one from the center room, and you would have seen that this one was called Speed.
I say we just pull the scorch and be done with it.
That's fine. Go.
All right, so as you pull the scorch lever, what you see is what looks like literally a mountain's worth of sand just fill the room instantaneously, killing everything in there. And you put it together that had you pulled the actual trial, the sand would have the room would have quickly filled up with sand, so you would have had to figure out a way to get to the next door before you were suffocated by the sand.
Does the
But-
sand go away somehow? Like, how do they?
So as you
Really
watch,
big vacuum cleaners.
as you watch,
Dwarven
you
Roombas?
see
Shop.
that there is a portal. It looks like that is on the floor. That once the room is full, suddenly the sand starts swirling down a huge hole and disappears.
Oh, nice. And moving
If
on.
someone dies in there, their corpse is just gonna keep going on in there forever. Next
Don't
time this
forget-
comes out, that corpse just goes.
Don't forget that sand is actually very coarse. It has, when you look at it on a molecular level, it actually has right angles because of the way that it crystallizes. So if you just keep going, like moving through sand, eventually it'll literally just like break down anything and everything inside it. So that's
Family
fun.
autonomy. Being a nerd.
I guess we'll activate that main lever.
All right, so you see this, and what you see is you see a couple of chain devils in a room that has 4 treasure chests in it, and all of the walls of this room are actually made of solid mirror. So everything is reflected endlessly in these mirrors. And as you watch, you can see that when the chain devils turn away from certain chests, suddenly the chests sort of like will blink an eye or like a little tongue will come out, and you realize that 3 of these chests are mimics. And you see that you remember that above the doorway to this room, it said situational awareness. And you realize that the way to solve this is to get to the treasure chest that is not a mimic before activating the other mimics. And the only way you know which ones are mimics is if you look in the mirrors behind you.
Scorch him.
I really don't want to watch this one, so I'll just like close my eyes a bit. Like,
I was gonna pull that scorch lever.
All right, and suddenly 3 mimics just appear and just start devouring the chain devils. They just rip them apart. You see all kinds of little chunks of chain devil and black goo just go everywhere.
Oh, not
just
the face.
everywhere. It's terrible. It's monstrous. And that is all of the rooms you have now seen. All the things. You still don't know what happened in the room that you first pulled. But that's okay.
We didn't see any corpses that weren't chain devils.
No.
Good about that.
But it was just a blank room. Like it didn't look like there was anything happening in the room.
So, now that we know all the trials, anybody want to run them real quick? I mean, looks like fun.
No, we have other more important.
Of course, right.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking anyway.
We can
Let's
come
just
back
move on.
if you want later.
I mean, sure. If like
You
we've
can
got
make
time.
a day out of it.
Yeah, I totally. I mean, yeah, sure. Anyway, let's yeah. So we leave then.
All right. So as you exit and you go back to the city at large, you could sort of see throughout as you're watching, the magma creates shadows all along the canals, but the lights also generate shadows from giant fountains and houses and towers. And you see, as you're sort of watching a little imp fly next to a building, a shadow just reaches out and stabs it in the back. And it just falls down. Very silent. Just a
Are
body.
we seeing like there's just kind of like it's thinned out a little bit?
It what?
Just like all the demons is kind of thinned out a little bit.
So what you are seeing is that the smaller demons, or the smaller devils, the ones that are mechanically it would be, anything below a CR of 4, is suddenly sort of thinned out anytime they get near a shadow. The shadows will literally just lengthen and then turn solid for a second and stab them.
Nice.
And what you can see is that as that happens, you always see a little twinkle in one of the crystals directly above the shadow in the ceiling. And so you're now starting to see little twinkles happen all over the city as what looks like probably hundreds of devils are just stabbed over and over and over again as they pass through shadows.
Better watch out. The bigger ones are going to be on alert now. They know someone's here.
Indeed.
And you see the larger ones trying to fend off shadows and figure out pretty quickly that if they carry light with them, or if they encase themselves in pure darkness, that the shadows won't attack them because there's not a separation of light and dark there. That the shadows require both in order to function. So the higher level demons that can cast darkness or can carry torches, or some of them just dip their hands into the canal and you see them pull up a handful of magma and just hold it aloft anytime they see a shadow moving. But they know that something has changed. And as you exit the building, suddenly you hear a whoosh, and Tara appears next to you and says, "Good job. That's fantastic. All right. I think I found out something else." And with that, the session ends.
Yay!
Oh,
And you have done it. You have gotten through. We did it. We got through the session. It was very difficult at certain points.
It really,
yeah,
it was a trial in its own right.
Yeah.
So
That's
it
right.
was.
But you figured it out. You figured out how to turn it on. You now know that there are 3 of these levers, and who knows? This was the lever of stealth. Who knows what the lever of might or the lever of magic will do? Oh.
Probably something cool.
So now it is time, everyone. We are going to do a little raid. Does everyone want to do a little raid? Well, little raid?
raid time.
Raid
Great
time!
time.
Do it.
Little raid,
right.
little raid, little raid.
Raid.
And let me get that all set up.
We
And
should figure out something to say. I love doing that when we go in and we just say something.
well, I think, okay, what is the thing from this version?
Say
From
Blaynard Ally.
we can totally say Planard allies.
PNA raid.
And yeah, PNA raid would be delightful. I'm not sure if hold on just a sec, let me check and make sure that he has started. So that we can actually raid into him. Give me just a moment.
If not, we could still improv for a bit too. I don't know. I think everybody was enjoying hearing about
Yes, I think streaming it. Yeah, Magnus is streaming.
Yeah, there is. So it's not. So he's not going. Let me check out and see what is going on, and see if he's going to start streaming in a sec.
Just ambush him as soon as he starts. Great. A little pre-ambush ambush.
Yeah, that would be fabulous.
Yeah. And guys, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel also by the same name, and rewatch, enjoy some of the same funny moments that you like in the stream. Tell us what you like about all of our stuff. Give us some cool ideas of what we could do next. Because we do read the comments.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, we see all of them, the good and the bad. So, so we are definitely excited. I love just how involved everyone is. It really just makes our hearts sing that you all keep coming back. It really means a lot to us that you're here, even when we are falling apart a little bit. Even when we're not at our best. I think it's a delightful time. I'm still having a glorious time. Yeah. And just so you know, we are working all the time on creating new cool things. Like we are actually going to be doing very soon a monster truck rally. We started, we did. So for the Scooby-Doo adventure that we did, one of the things that we you do like little random things that are fun. We decided that we wanted to have a steampunk version of the Mystery Machine that the Scooby Gang has. So we actually created rules for vehicle building in 5e that expand on the stuff that they did in Avernus. And so,
Sorry,
good, fabulous. So,
Vroom, vroom.
so when hold on just a sec. When we are actually doing all of this, we are going to do we created all the rules. We're going to be building actual cars aside from the Mystery Machine. And then we are going to, in order to play test it, we're going to try to destroy each other's cars. So,
heck
yeah, that's
nice.
Hey, monster truck rally! I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen, but it'll happen soon. And we are actually going to have another person coming on, and we are going to work on creating a fabulous 3D dungeon in Tailspire, which is the 3D dungeon making kit on Steam. So that'll be a delightful thing to watch too. And of course, there's Mondays. We have got Guillermo's fabulous campaign, Hunter's Harvest. Wednesdays, it's going to be us, which is super exciting. Fridays, we do our MTG SmackDown with the new set that is the Forgotten Realms set.
I've been doing my dailies every day.
Me too.
I've been going
so excited.
hard. I'm trying to catch up. I want to have more decks. I'm like, I don't have enough wild cards for more decks.
It's going to be so cool. So there's like all kinds of cool things that we're doing, and I really can't wait until we get all of this going. In addition to that, I am actually doing a writer's workshop this month where we are creating a standalone adventure, which we're then going to put out on DM's Guild. So watch for that when we, once it's all done, we will be doing a playtesting of it, which should be delightful as well. So yay, all kinds of cool stuff coming up. And now it is officially time to raid a channel, if it will let me. Let's see if it'll let me.
Let's show them some love.
Why is it not? It's I wonder if am I not? No, I'm following it. It's telling me that I don't follow this
Welcome,
channel.
Daph.
I wonder.
We're actually about to raid Dungeon for All.
Yeah. Hold on 1 sec. Let me just reload. See if there's a thing going on here that I am unaware of. There is. There we go. There's Dungeon for All. All right. Are we ready to raid? When you get there, say play nerd allies. Looks like we have 16 people. We've got, all right, who's doing it? Who's doing it? Yay!
Everybody, come on, let's go.
And raid now. Yay! All right, fabulous. And that should be, if we want to end our stream, we are now hosting Dungeon for All over here, if you want to continue watching over here.
Take care, everybody. Bye.